military target or adults. It's a completely different story than obviously when the Taliban attacks children. So with the Stephen Collins deal, when it is children, do you think that we tend to lean more towards the child story than if it would be like, say, a rape of an older woman or man? It could happen to a man. The rape of, between two adults, that it's a completely different story. I mean, is one so much more heinous than the other that we take it a little bit more seriously and tend to believe the victim?
This is just me personally. I would rather wait for the facts to come out. Like, I try not to judge until an arrest has been made.
Mm-hmm.
Or an investigation has been done and the arrest has been made. Or if somebody comes out and says, yeah, I did it. Like Stephen Collins saying, hey, yeah, I did this. I admit it, I did this.
Mm-hmm.
You're immediately tainted with that now. I mean, you'll probably not get work again.
No.
If an investigation ends up being done and they're able to, conclude that Bill Cosby did indeed do this, or there's enough credible evidence, I mean, Cosby's going to be tainted too for this. Mm-hmm. And this is the problem, when people say that, if somebody's falsely accused of rape, it only hurts them for a little bit.
No, it doesn't.
I think Slate had the article from Michigan about the guy who still can't get into school.
Right. Right. I mean, it's one of those things where it is tricky. I mean, I know I would tend to believe a child before pre-admission of an adult. Maybe before an adult, perhaps. I mean, of course, children can make things up, get things wrong, but I don't know. I guess it's just the more heinous it is, the more you do want to believe the victim. I know that sounds terrible, but I think that we all have opinions, and when it is like a really bad crime, such as rape or murder, we do want to jump into conclusions. We do want to jump on a bandwagon either way. Casey Anthony is a great example of that. She potentially killed her child. Now, I think in that case, the court overcharged her. Just like you could say the court maybe overcharged Zimmerman. Whether or not Zimmerman's innocent or guilty for this or that or the other, Florida, I think, has a history here of tending to overcharge people as far as cases are concerned. So, I don't know. It's really one of those things that I don't have an answer. I really don't have an answer for that. And I know that being a woman, I'm a little bit more biased. And that, I think, is in and of itself human nature as well. And I think that that's something that liberals play on because they know how to play on that. I mean, conservatives say all the time, well, men and women aren't the same. They have a different biology. They have a different emotional makeup. Their brain chemistries are different. They work in different ways. And that is absolutely true. So I think we need to realize and understand that in cases like this, there is going to be an inherent natural bias. And I think that we need to take that into consideration in our daily lives. And when we talk about these issues, admit that freely and openly. So I think as far as like being a layperson on the outside, that might be something that we need to consider.
Oh, now this is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually from last February, so February 2013.
Okay.
But apparently, a White House official made 2 secret visits to North Korea in 2012 in an unsuccessful effort to improve relations after Kim Jong-un assumed power. The brief visits in April and August were aimed at encouraging the new leadership to moderate its foreign policy after the death of Kim's father. In December 2011, the ruling elite apparently spurned the outreach effort. However, this month, after a surge in fierce anti-U.S. rhetoric, the government in Pyongyang defied international warnings and conducted its third and most powerful underground nuclear test.
Oh, dear Lord. Wow. I'm not surprised, though. I'm not surprised that they went and tried to improve relations and did this, that, and the other, and it was all in secret. But wow, that just kind of confirms.
I'm going to go all libertarian for a minute and say that I'm in favor of getting rid of the embargo on Cuba because I think that if we encourage trade and we encourage free markets and all the stuff that we can encourage through that will help tear down the communism that's there as much as being sanctions and stuff like that.
Because one of the parts of the agreement, and we'll see how well this works, is that these citizens will have access to the internet and pretty free access to the internet. That changes the game. When there was, communist Russia, we didn't have things like the internet. Now Cuba gets to use AOL and Netscape and Juno email, probably. So that being part of it is wonderful because that gives us more of an opportunity to export our ideas, like you said, about free market and just freedoms in general, liberty in general. So if this works how it's supposed to work, again, who knows? I mean, I'm all for it. It's not like they have nuclear weapons pointed at us. They don't. The Soviet Union did. Cuba no longer has that. They haven't attacked Gitmo last time I checked. So I'm all for it. I think this is great. I'm hoping that it's beneficial. We are so much easier. That works both ways, though. I mean, with that and being able to export our ideas, people are also able to export their ideas, and I think that that's created a lot of civil unrest in the world, for better or for worse. In some situations, we don't know. I think it greatly depends on the culture, and there's a lot about Cuban culture we don't purposely know. So I am completely with you. I can't wait to see how this goes. I really can't, and I'm hoping it goes for the better. I know we just have a couple minutes left, so I'd like to comment on Jeb Bush. And my comment is pretty much this. No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. And I know that this might seem a little overdramatic, he just possibly killed our chances in 2016 because he can get the money. A lot of people that maybe would have backed Rand Paul and Ted Cruz are going to be like, oh, no, well, Jeb can win. He deserves the money. He can get the money, blah, blah, blah. They just took it out right from individuals that are lovers of liberty a heck of a lot more than Jeb Bush. While people say, oh, we don't want another Bush Clinton, I don't hear liberals saying that they won't vote for Clinton. I am willing to bet that there are a lot of, moderate conservatives or Republicans saying, well, I don't want another Bush. I'm not going to go vote. Whereas moderate Democrats, they liked Bill. They're more likely to vote for Hillary. So this is just like mind-blowing. The establishment has completely pulled the rug out from under all of us. We didn't even have time to have our sort of little libertarian insurrection inside the Republican Party to get off the ground.
Yeah.
We aren't shutting down the government, which we should totally be doing, but we don't have time to get into that. But no, and I am just so mad right now about this. But I think that this is one of the biggest things in political history that won't be talked about.
I will say this. I do not believe that either Bush or Clinton will be the nominees.
I hope to God that you are right. Now, I know on the left, if Hillary can't run because of health reasons, then you're absolutely right. That's something that we don't really have a full picture of.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I hope she has health reasons. I hope that she just doesn't run.
Yeah. With that, we do have to go ahead and end the show. Amy, we hope that you feel better.
Yes, Amy, please.
For those who are sticking around and are hanging out in the chat room, be sure to hop over to the FTR radio chat room where you can listen to Right War with myself and Liz Harrison. Our guest is Mickey White, a.k.a. Biased Girl. Amanda, where can we follow you on Twitter?
You can follow me at Right in Planning. That's spelled exactly how it sounds. Feel free to tweet me anytime. I will follow you back. If you're on Facebook and happen to see me, Man and McAllister, go ahead and add me as a friend, and I'll accept.
All right. There we go. So we will catch you guys. We are taking the next couple, at least I'm pretty sure that Amy is taking next week off. I think she is doing something for New Year's Eve. So there will be a recorded show for New Year's Eve. However, there will not be Modern Comets next week. And there will be a Saturday Night Cigar Lounge this week, but we'll see what goes on for the next couple of weeks. I haven't decided yet. Anyway, catch you guys later. Right War with Liz Harrison and myself is coming up next. Thanks all.
Good night, folks.
This show is copyright by VLR Media. All opinions of hosts, panelists, and guests are their own and may not reflect the opinion of VLR Media or anyone else.